The NASCAR Nationwide Series Camping World 300 is brought to you by Camping World, the official RV and outdoor retailer of NASCAR. The U.S. Navy. Navy, accelerate your life. And Semi-Pro, starring Will Ferrell, Woody Harrelson, and Andre Benjamin, in theaters February 29th. Season opener of the Camping World 300 is history here at Daytona. Tony Stewart, what a performance by that Toyota team for Joe Gibbs Racing. And Jamie Little standing by with the crew chief, Dave Rogers.
How about that? Joe Gibbs Racing's debut with Toyota. Didn't take you guys long. Dave Rogers, what was the difference? How did you figure out this speed so fast?
Well, we came down here with Mike McLaughlin, tested for 3 days, and all we really worked on was race trim. We weren't worried about qualifying. Made a couple runs to see what we needed to do for tape configurations, but you know, 3 keys: a great body, a great motor, and all the guys at Joe Gibbs Racing, my road guys, the shop guys, we just executed. We put together a good game plan, and we just executed it and took care of the details.
Congratulations. Way to start the year. I'll let you go to victory lane now and celebrate with your driver.
Thank you very much.
Doc?
Great job, guys. And, folks, his nickname is Smoke, and the 2-time Cup champion and now 3-time winner here at Daytona did just that today. He smoked them here in the season opener for the Nationwide Series.
And the Gatorade's flowing, and so is the champagne. Smoke emerges from his car. And you know, Doc, before the race, Tony Stewart said he felt invincible in this Nationwide car, and it didn't look like anything was out there to change that opinion today. What impressed you most about this race car this afternoon?
I mean, it just was fast. This thing had so much speed. I mean, this Toyota was unreal. I mean, we needed to be out front there at the end. When we got the lead there before the last pit stop there, we were just a little bit on the free side, but we were a little tight behind Kyle. So we got there at the end after that run. I got him tighten it up a little bit and thought we might get out first, and we just got back third, but I couldn't stay behind Kyle. I got such a big run into one, and I was a lot tighter in 1 and 2 than 3 and 4, and I went in there and pushed up off the bottom, and it left Kyle by himself there, and the guys got a run on the bottom of us, and we just, you know, when the top line came and we actually moved up, it actually made my car drive a lot better. So I probably just needed to move up all along, but this Armor car was fast. I mean, I knew it was fast in practice. I think Kyle's car handled better than ours did, but you know, we had a car that go in a straight line for sure.
And if you watch those final laps, it appeared that your teammate Kyle Busch went a long way to help you out. How much did he help you?
Yeah, a ton. I mean, we worked with each other the whole race, and that's something that, you know, we've learned that from the Hendrick guys, and you know, it just shows if you get two of these guys to work with each other like this. I think Kyle and I could have stayed up front all day if we had to, no matter how many guys challenged. I mean, they could get by us for a little bit, but I don't think they were going to stay ahead of us for the whole race.
Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Tony Stewart now has 3 career Nationwide Series wins, all here in Daytona in this race. Shannon?
Well, Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart's teammate, finished right behind him in second. I don't think there was one person sitting in their seats for those last couple laps. Kyle, walk me through what you were feeling and what you were doing in that car at that time.
I have no idea. I don't remember. There was so much going on, but a lot of bumping and banging and being sideways through the tri-oval, through the corner, every which way. So didn't matter. You just keep your foot in it and keep it going. So proud to bring home the Interstate Batteries Toyota here in second place, but you know, definitely on the long run, it was a dominant car. I mean, we could lead every single lap on old tires, wide open, and so it was definitely a pretty cool piece here to drive today. And so you got to thank all the guys at Joe Gibbs Racing for fixing this thing for me. We cut it up windshield forward in order to make it more like the 20, because we knew his car was pretty good down here at the test, and so he proved it. I think that's the first time a pole sitter's won this thing in the last few years, so proud to see a Joe Gibbs car go to victory lane nonetheless.
Well, Tony Stewart in victory lane just credited you with helping him get to victory lane. Talk about the chemistry at this team, Kyle, your first points race with Joe Gibbs Racing.
He helped me out so much today, just keeping me up front, keeping me in the lead, getting me back to the front sometimes when we lost it a little bit, and when he got behind me. I mean, we worked really, really well together, and Denny was up in there for a fight and a battle too. I know he's over at Braun and wanted to beat the Gibbs guys, but we laid it on him today, so proud of that fact. But I'm in a Braun car next week, so I'm not going to doubt him too bad.
All right, he was in the truck race last night, finished second. He said he learned patience in that race. So we're looking for a victory in the 500 tomorrow. Dave.
Shannon Dale Earnhardt Jr. breaking things down with his new crew. And let's start with the technical part. What were you checking on the front there, the front right left tire?
Nothing important.
Nothing important. Okay, good. That last run.
I'm apologizing for any damage I did to my car, to my guys, because it was a good car. We tried to bring it home clean today.
Well, and it looked like that high line was about your best shot, but you were working all by yourself.
That was our best shot, and that's why we were in it. I had good help from Matt Kenseth. Guys, were working the bottom, but I knew I couldn't win the race down there. Tony was going to run great down on the bottom, and Kyle was going to help and work good too. But pretty proud of our team. We came in and struggled in tech and struggled to get into the race. So I'm proud of them for finishing third. Congratulations to Kyle and Tony and Gibbs for their great finishes. They had great race cars, and they should be proud. We're really happy. Get some good points for this car.
Junior, did the issues in tech affect you at all mentally this weekend?
There ain't much you can do about it, so no, not really. I had a fun time driving my car today. It was really loose. Just held the pedal down, drove her off in there sideways every lap, and tried to do the best we could. Really, our only option all day was running the top. We weren't good on the bottom. The car was a little... the car lacked overall grip when I got behind from fourth on back, really. So it was fun. We did what we had to do. We got a great finish. Would like to have won, but those two guys were tight. They were tight all weekend, really fast, and worked great together in the draft as teammates. So good job by them.
Dale Earnhardt Jr., of course, will be in the 500 tomorrow. Now, Junior, immediately following our telecast here, we're going to go back into shifting gears. Fans really get I would say, a more inside sense of your life and your person. What was it like sort of revealing more things than you've ever talked about before?
I don't know. It's fun for me because the fans deserve it. They supported us, and they deserve attaboy for that, or a gift, if you will. So that's really what we did. We got some great sponsors to support it, and there's a lot of Dale Jr. commercials to have to sit through, I know, but that's what it takes to really get that thing on ESPN too. So we got to thank them, and it's tough for me sometimes to even sit through all of them.
But your fans are very willing to do that. And what was the most fun about filming this whole thing? I know it was a lot of work.
It was not much work, really. The fun part was just the crew we had. We outsource a lot of the work. We say our production company does the job at Hammerhead Incorporated, but we outsourced, the work and brought in some great people with some great talent and a lot of long line of success at doing those type of documentaries and whatnot. And it's showing in the work, I'm real proud of the product, and I know the fans are enjoying it. Hopefully, more stuff like this will be done, not for just myself, for other drivers in the sport. It's a great way to really get the personalities and the drivers out there. And there's the demand there too. There's a lot of great personalities and neat things about the sport that we could tell that story, and hopefully this will get it started.
All right, guys, that is the word from production company owner Dale Earnhardt Jr. and third place finisher today.
6:30 tonight.
Immediately following our telecast.
Oh, okay. Well, I better get going.
All right. See you, Junior. Guys.
That's coming up next, the behind-the-scenes look at Dale Jr.'s shifting gears. And, of course, Tony Stewart still celebrating in Victory Lane. And, folks, how about the chemistry and camaraderie among those Joe Gibbs teammates? If they get that going, they're going to be hard to handle here in 2008. NASCAR Now tomorrow. Host Nicole Mansky and a revolving cast of analysts. And we'll preview the Daytona 500 at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. Eastern time in the morning. Daytona 500 recap, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. And Daytona 500 Roundtable Monday at 6 o'clock Eastern time. All NASCAR Now, as we totally encompass what's happening here with the NASCAR Nation. Back to wrap it up here at Daytona in just a moment.
Broadcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. NASCAR would like to thank all of our loyal fans for your continued support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Back at Daytona, celebrations ongoing there for the Joe Gibbs team in Victory Lane. Tony Stewart picking up his third win here in a Nationwide Series season opener at Daytona International Speedway. Had a lot of help and a lot of competition throughout the afternoon, and one of the cars that had a shot on that final lap standing by with Jamie Little.
And that would be Brian Vickers, part of that Toyota Brigade on the run at the end there. Take us through that finish, Brian. What were you seeing and feeling?
I was one to get out of there and get it done as fast as possible. I mean, it got pretty wild, A lot of it was just the guys were aggressive. This is not a points race. It's all about the win, you know, for all the Cup drivers here. And it was a lot of fun. I mean, this track has gotten to where it's like Darlington at 200, and I love it. You know, all the guys have so much fun. We're out there sliding around. But, you know, the ABF Toyota did good today. We had a really good car there at the end. We got it freed up. But we got beat up by teammates there. The 18 to 20 jumped around me on the outside at the end, and there's not much we could do about it.
You've been on a roll this week. You jumped out of a plane solo on Tuesday. Then you qualified for the Daytona 500 starting 23rd. What'd you learn today that'll take you to tomorrow?
You know, a lot of it is just trying to find a balance of the car. You know, the race is definitely going to get single file, and it's having a balance for a car that you can run wide open, because if you can't keep up. They'll get single file, and the leaders will get away from you. And for the most part, we stayed with them today. Mid-race, we got too tight, and, you know, we fell back a little bit. But there at the end, the last stint, we got the car handling really well, and it paid off.
All right, Brian Vickers brings it home for us. Shannon?